Welcome back to Legal Threads, where we take the cases that shaped the law and spin them into stories you'll remember. Today we're going back to Lake Champlain, Vermont, in 1904. Picture this: a man named Ploof is out sailing a loaded sloop with his wife and 2 children when a sudden storm rolls in. The wind is violent, the waves are dangerous, and the family's lives are on the line. In desperation, Ploof steers toward the nearest safe spot, a dock owned by Putnam. He ties up, believing necessity gives him the right to do so. But here's where it turns ugly. Putnam's servant doesn't want them there. Despite the raging storm, he unties the sloop and pushes it back into the lake. The boat is destroyed, the cargo is lost, and Ploof's family is thrown into the water and injured. Ploof sues. The Vermont Supreme Court has to decide, was mooring at that dock trespass, or was it justified? The court looks to the doctrine of necessity, citing Old English cases like Mouse's case, where passengers threw someone's chest overboard to save a ferry full of people. The rule is clear: necessity can justify entry onto another's land, especially when human life is at stake. The court says Ploof had every right to tie up at the dock. The servant had no right to cast him loose. The demurrer is overruled, and the case is remanded for trial. The lesson here is straightforward: necessity justifies trespass when it is the only way to preserve life or property. And if you're the landowner, you can't interfere with someone acting out of necessity. Ploof vs. Putnam is the foundation of the private necessity doctrine, a case that tells us the law won't stand in the way when human survival is at stake. This is Legal Threads. Stick around, because next we'll look at another storm case, Vincent vs. Lake Erie Transportation Company, where the court took necessity one step further.